Miles.
Greetings, Laura. How you feel? How you doing this? Well,
I feel better. I feel better actually. You'd be surprised. So I took your advice and I thought about ways that I could talk to my family about it that I hadn't tried before. So I ended up talking to one of my aunts, and she understood me. She understood everything that I was saying, everything that I had been through. She told me that she had gone through almost the same thing, even though it wasn't teaching for her, it was something else. But that she had gone through the same thing from her parents, and talking to her kind of helped me understand that the way my parents are has a lot to do with how their parents were. And she offered to talk to them for me. I was scared for her to do that. But I figured it couldn't be any worse than things already are or were. So she did. She talked to them, and after she talked to them, she came back to me and let me know how it went. And she said that my parents loved me and that they wanted to talk to me, and that when I was ready, that I should give it a chance. And so I did. Not right away, but I did. And I talked to my parents briefly about how I've been feeling and how them not supporting me was making life hard for me because I love them and I need their support. We didn't have too long of a talk about it. My brother wasn't there. But I feel like we came to a mid ground, and they are not being outwardly negative anymore. They're going to respect my choice. I mean, I know it's not going to be an overnight change because this has been a long time coming. I'm finding out now. But I do feel so much better without having all that negativity being constantly thrown my way, without all the questions. And I'm hoping that at some point we will get to a space where they can ask me about my work and tell me that they're proud of me. But as a first step, them just not hounding me anymore about it is a big improvement.
okay. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. I'm glad to hear that things are going more or less in line with where you like them to go. It's wonderful that you found a confidant within the family, someone you can relate to. It was able to break the ice with your parents.
It was a big help, a big, huge help, because she knows me and she knows my mom in a way that I couldn't have known her. They grew up together. They grew up under the same roof, and my mom is just not going to let me see that side of her or be vulnerable with me. But my aunt was able to do that in a way that I never could, because she's not her child. She's her sister, so they have a different relationship. So it turned out to be exactly what I needed. And I think maybe that's why I wasn't getting anywhere before.
Okay. That's wonderful. And you sound today as though you are more emotionally, that you're not as stressed as you did previously in talking about it.
I'm not. It's just normal stuff. That I don't have to have the extra worry about my parents. Now I can focus more on the kids. I can focus more on my classes because I have not been given my all in my own studies.
Okay.
That's important for me to be able to be who I need to be for the children that I teach. So I am feeling much better. I made a new friend at work, and we actually went out on a weekend. So I did something besides dealing with my family, dealing with work, or bringing work home. I did something for me, and it felt nice. It felt nice. So I made a new friend.
That is good. Yes. I'm glad you made a new friend. I'm glad you see the value in not bringing work home, especially when you're already emotionally stressed. I'm glad that your passion is still there as far as teaching the students. It's wonderful that you're able to communicate with your parents now on a different level, and the fact that your aunt has been there for you as a confidant, saying this really tremendously blessed you.
I feel so much better. I'm sleeping better. I'm eating better. I feel better it's been a huge load off for me. And it's been really, really important. I don't wake up with dread now. So just that one thing, that one conversation has given me so much hope.
Okay. So with your aunt as a mediator or confidant, mediating the situation that has affected your overall well-being.
Tremendously. I'm not alone anymore. I don't know if you remember, one of the things I said to you last time was that I felt like I was alone, and it's just I'm the only one. I'm wrong. I'm not doing what I should be. I'm not living up to my potential. I'm not doing what my parents think I should be doing, and I feel a lot less of that now. I have a work friend that I can talk to about work. I can talk to my aunt about my feelings about my parents, and I think to a small degree I can actually try to really open up more of a dialogue with my mom now, because she's looking at me as a woman, and I'm trying to look at her also as a woman. And I think that helps when we take the mother-daughter dynamic out of things. That makes it a little easier, I think.
Yes. And it's saying as though your self-esteem has really increased from the last time we met. It seemed as though you were really elated over the fact that you're able to communicate more, understanding regarding your career endeavors. And I would like to see to continue to hear more good news like this from you. And that passion that, excuse me.
No, I said I'm hoping.
Yes, and I hope that passion and desire that you express continues to grow. And I'm glad that you have someone you can communicate with outside the classroom, as far as your aunt, and you do have someone that's a confidant in the workplace. So you made a new friend, and you're getting out more socially.
I just feel so much better.
And, yes. Yes. I'm glad you do realize the importance of social interaction.
It's really been a game changer for me, because all I used to do was go to work, come home, do work at home, go to school for myself, fit in those assignments wherever I could, and then try to have interaction with my family. We know how that used to go. So now things just seem more balanced. If my parents call me, I'm not automatically scared to answer the phone, because is this conversation where they're gonna fuss about my school or fuss about my job? I've talked to them a couple times this week alone, and they just wanted to know how I was doing. That's all they were interested in. They just wanted to know how I was, and they told me they loved me. They didn't talk about my job. They didn't talk about copping. They didn't talk about any of it. And they did not talk about my brother. For the first time in a long time, he was not thrown in my face as a comparison. So.
Okay. That is awesome. The thing is, though, you are very elated with the fact that you can communicate with your parents now on a positive note. without feeling belittled. It feels as though that you have a balanced aspect on your life. That you feel as though you have more than just the work aspect of it. That you can communicate with your parents without feeling it's going to be a negative conversation.
I don't feel like I'm in trouble, like I'm being chastised.
Yes. So those things also can give you a positive state of well-being. We look forward to those phone calls. When you feel you're willing to engage in them. Because you are there now, you have more regard for you. There's more regard for you as an individual.
Yes, and it's Easter soon, so I'm going to have to go home, and my brother's going to be there. So I think I'm glad that we at least got over this little hump before then, because I've always dreaded going home for holidays because of that. But now I'm actually looking forward to seeing my family.
And I'm glad that you are going home with a better state of mind. I'm glad that you're looking forward to your visit at home. These are all things that can positively impact you emotionally. They can give you a different state of being mentally. The fact that you look forward to it. Because the communication has been of where you're being more accepted by your family for who you are. Yes.
Finally.
Yes. Finally, yes.
Mm-hmm. Finally, I hope it continues.
Yes. Okay, yes. It's finally, but it's there. Yes. And I can understand how you feel, and I can understand the fact that you say you hope that it continues. Yes.
I just wish I had known sooner.
What was you known? What aspects sooner?
I wish that I had known about what my mom went through growing up, because I think if I had known that, maybe I would not have felt as picked on, or not that she loved my brother more. Maybe if he had chosen a different profession, she would have been the same way with him. So maybe he just lucked out because he did what she wanted him to do. But learning how my mother was raised, it let me know that it was not so much about me as it was about her. It wasn't, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything bad. She is just doing what she knew because her parents did the same thing to her. And that really changes how I look at this situation. It doesn't feel like it's something she's doing to me, so much as it is something that has now happened to both of us. And so it makes me less angry at her because of it.
So what I'm hearing is that you more or less empathize with what your mother went through, yet you make you clear understanding of her behavior towards you. I like the fact that you're showing genuine regard for your mother's past and how it has impacted her future, her present life, that is.
And mine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I hear you say that you have a different respect for. Well, almost different. Well, you have a different regard for your mother's past than what you had at first. You did not know where she was, some circumstances.
No, not at all. And she didn't have an aunt to go to.
Okay.
So it was even worse for her.
Okay.
But everything is looking up now, and I'm really excited about the future.
Okay.
The next step will be talking to my brother. And I don't even know if he knows about all of this.
Okay.
I can't necessarily be mad at him either.
Okay. And That is good that you're not mad at him. That is good that for that the conversation you have with him, you'll be able to do it without any reservations that he's mad at you. And I hope that things continue to go in your favor. I'm glad that you are emotionally better and that you realize the importance of your emotional well-being being paramount to everything else.
Jim, I really do. I was skeptical about all of this in the beginning, but you've helped me a lot. You helped me a lot, and I really appreciate that.
I'm glad that I was able to listen to everything you said, and it seems that you are a very passionate teacher. You will be doing well in your career endeavors, and I wish you well as you further your education and you provide the services to your students. I also want you though to keep your emotional well-being paramount to everything.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Morrow.
Yes. At this point, do you feel as though there's a need for a follow-up? I am available.
I would push it out maybe a month.
Okay.
To give me some time to see how things go, but I would definitely like to do another follow-up further out.
A month from now, we will put it out there now to May. Check my calendar here. I have May the 16th, which is exactly a month from today.
Okay. Yes, that would be great.
4 o'clock for May 16th. Okay. And I will look forward to discussing this with you. And hopefully by then there will be further improvements as time go on. And as you have my number, and you can feel free to call me if you need my services before then. If you need to move the date up sooner, please feel free to contact me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have a happy Easter.
Thank you. Same to you.